Today I'm going to tell you about a new Matrix movie that might be in the works, and then I'm going to talk to you about Luke's first words to Rey. Also, there is no video camera on my face this time, and that's probably going to stay that way because it's just easier and this is an audio-centric vlog anyway. Why is it still a vlog, you might ask? Well, because who cares? So a rumor has surfaced recently that the Warner Bros. Are planning to make a new Matrix movie, as you might guess, since that's what this video is about, which is funny because I actually planned on talking about whether or not it was about time to make a new Matrix movie in this vlog anyway. I guess it's fate. Now for me, this rumor is pretty exciting. Personally, I am a big fan of The Matrix, and I feel like it's been enough time since Matrix Revolutions that making a new movie, it'd be alright. As a matter of fact, I recently rewatched the first Matrix movie, also known as The Matrix, and was reminded it's pretty great. And then I watched Matrix Reloaded and realized it's still garbage. Now as a kid, all the Matrix movies seemed pretty good. There was a cool dude jumping around, shooting guns, and looking cool, and honestly that's all that really mattered to me at the time. As an adult, it takes more than being super cool to impress me though. There has to be some reason for me to watch a movie, otherwise don't waste my time, which is why I didn't bother rewatching Matrix Revolutions. Of course, this makes me worried that WB will bring back the Matrix Reloaded style of terrible CGI and stupid crap, especially since the Wachowski brothers are currently not involved. Also, WB has not had a good track record lately. I mean, look at Batman v Superman, Suicide Squad, The Hobbit, all movies that could have been a lot better. Now, initially the rumors said it was going to be a reboot. However, recently news has enlightened us to the fact that it's actually a continuation. And thank fucking God. Rebooting a movie that isn't really that old and still pretty freaking good would be a mistake. I'm looking at you, Force Awakens. I know you're technically a sequel, but you're basically a reboot. Anyway, I decided I'm going to talk about what I think the new Matrix movie should be about, because being a random guy on YouTube, I obviously know a lot about intellectual properties and making movies. First off, The Matrix should not be a sequel. Forget Reloaded and Revolutions, especially since The Matrix is dead after the third one anyway. Instead, make a prequel. Now, personally, I think a prequel about a young Morpheus would be the obvious and right way to go. And since the rumors say that they're looking at Michael B. Jordan to act in this movie, I think they're looking in that direction too, which is just great. In the movies, we kind of see the end of Morpheus' story, but making a movie about this guy when he was still learning about the Matrix would set it far enough from the original trilogy, but still allow it to tie into the movies. Additionally, that would give it space for additional movies to follow after, which is probably what they want to do. This prequel would follow Morpheus as he first meets the Oracle and is set on his journey to find the Chosen One, which is of course Neo, not that he's going to make an appearance in this movie, we've seen that trilogy. It would also showcase Morpheus' relationship with Niobe, how they became a couple, and of course why Niobe left Morpheus for that other guy who hates him. And if they wanted to, and these movies don't really suck, they could lead right up to the original Matrix trilogy, and we could see how Morpheus actually finds and discovers Neo, and all the trials and tribulations with all that kind of crap. Also, this is starting to remind me of the Star Wars prequel trilogy, but I think as long as they don't, like George it up, then it'll be okay. Just don't put any Jar Jars in it, you should be fine. Keanu Reeves has also stated that he'd be interested in doing another Matrix movie if the Wachowskis were on board, which currently they're not. I don't know how he'd be back anyway, since he was definitely dead at the end of the third movie. And before the first one, I mean, he was just some boring dude who always showed up late for work. Also, I think Keanu's time is up. Focus on someone else this time. So that's my 2 cents about that movie. Alright, so now I'm going to talk about Luke Skywalker's words to Rey. And I usually don't go into leaks for the Star Wars movies, but this one I'm going to talk about because it was spoiled for me by some stupid journal article that had the spoiler in the title. What is up with that, by the way? Why do journal articles have to continuously spoil plotlines because they say it in the title? Quick spoiler alert for Season 1 of Game of Thrones. So there was an article on IGN, back when the Season 1 of Game of Thrones was out, and when something like, book fans can't wait for TV fans' reactions when they find out Ned Stark is beheaded at the end of Season 1. What the fuck is that? I mean, come on! Anyway, so the leak is about Luke Skywalker's first words to Rey after Rey meets him at the end of Force Awakens. And this, of course, is going to be in the Episode 8, The Last Jedi. Now, obviously, if you don't want to know, you should just stop watching the video right here, hit the subscribe button, and go watch a different video on my channel. But if you do want to know, just keep plugging along, okay? Okay, so Luke Skywalker says to Rey, "Who are you?" That's it. That's what he says. Which obviously means absolutely nothing. Most likely it means that Luke doesn't know who Rey is, which is not that surprising to me. I mean, he could be asking her who she thinks she is when he knows more than she does about herself. For example, if Rey was his daughter or something. But most likely it's just, who are you? And then she's like, I'm Rey. And he's like, okay, cool. What is interesting, though, is in the Force Awakens trailer, a disembodied voice of probably, I don't know, Princess Leia or Maz Kanata or somebody asks, who are you, to Rey? So I guess she just gets this a lot. Although if my terrible memory serves me, I'm pretty sure that doesn't make it into the movie. But, I mean, what do I know? And the fact that this is blown up everywhere is stupid, honestly, because as I said, this doesn't really mean anything about the story or the plot or who Rey actually is, but I figure I should probably mention it because this whole channel is basically built off of Star Wars. I mean, the channel is called The Cantina, and this show is called The Spaceport Vlog. I mean, you can put 2 and 2 together. Don't expect me to talk about leaks or spoilers very much, though, because I like to stay as uninformed as possible for Star Wars movies, so that way it's a more enjoyable experience when I go see it. I will, however, be checking out all the Star Wars news coming out of the Star Wars Celebration that's just under a month away, which will likely include the trailer for Episode 8. Also, I heard that there's supposed to be some info on the next Star Wars game, which for some reason is going to be Star Wars Battlefront 2. I don't understand why we're getting Star Wars Battlefront 2 before we get a proper story-based game, but oh well. As long as it's good so far, at the very least, it sounds like it's going to be better, which is, you know, an improvement. Alright, so that's all I really have to talk about today. Make sure you hit the subscribe button as well as check out my other videos on my here channel. And if you have any opinions about what I've said today, make sure to share it in the comments because I just love to hear your guys' opinions. I'll see you guys next week.